Thank you for the opportunity to address the public and explain the importance of the strategy we just adopted in the European Commission. We know very well that the people of the region, and in particular of the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, have chosen the path of the integration into the European Union. We have seen the determination of the leadership, of the institutions, but especially of the citizens. And this is our response, saying that this is our choice as well, that we want you in, that we believe that this is an interest we have as European Union to make this process irreversible, credible, and to make sure that in the coming months we will see further steps in this. In particular, for your country, what will be important in the months to come is obviously a positive recommendation to open accession negotiations that the Commission is ready to prepare, and that this proposal will come on the table of the European Union member states for a decision that I would hope and expect to be positive. I'm not now foreseeing the future. This is still a process that needs to happen in the coming months, but I believe that the message today is loud and clear. It is not only Skopje that is clearly saying and signaling to the European Union we want to come in, it's also the European Union saying to Skopje we want you in. There is a process that is credible and that is open. Obviously it's merit-based, obviously it will take the time that is needed, merit-based, content-based, but the door is open and we are ready to walk this path together. I'm learning in my experience that whenever you are in a complicated negotiation, and this is indeed a complicated bilateral negotiation under the auspices of the United Nations, each side has the feeling that its concessions are more difficult than the concessions of the other side. This is normal, and this has to be taken into consideration in the negotiations themselves, which are not negotiations in which the European Union is playing a facilitating role. But we are supporting the ongoing work very much. I'm following closely, both in contact with my friends and colleagues in Athens and in Skopje, the ongoing work. And I personally hope that a positive outcome will come. I think it is important for the citizens of your country, as well as for the citizens of the region, to know that the European Union is ready to fully support this process and its potential outcome. Having said that, I would not comment further on the content of an ongoing process out of respect for the parties that are negotiating and out of hope that the process can lead to a positive outcome. I believe this would be historic, and I believe this would, yes, for sure require a lot of courage, but courage is what we need in these complicated times we're living in. And I believe that with the unity of the country and with the determination of the political leadership and with the openness that I know is there on both sides and on both leadership sides, an achievement and a result can come. There is a reason why we stress so much the fact that the strategy addresses the entire region and each of the 6 partners we have in the Balkans together. The reason is that we are strongly committed to advancing all together. I know very well, personally I know very well, that either the Western Balkans advance together with a sense of regional cooperation towards the European Union integration path, or no one will make it. No one will make it. This is a message that I believe the leaders of the region know and understand very well. This is out of history, geography, even recent history, geography, and this is what we are saying in the strategy. We are there to make this work for all. Obviously, merit-based, each at its own pace. But what I would like to stress here, and I know it's extremely important for your country, is this. Even the perspective of the time framework that I would like to stress is not a target, is not a deadline, is a perspective, but a realistic perspective, is there for the countries that are negotiating in this moment, but is there also for the countries that might start to negotiate in the coming months. And I personally hope and wish and believe that Skopje will be one of those. But again, this is a personal wish. We still need to work in that direction on many different issues. But I think that we have a few months ahead of us where we can achieve this result. And again, the perspective of the time framework of 2025 is there for those that are currently negotiating, but also for those that might start negotiating in the coming months. It's not for me to say. My message, both to the government and to the opposition, is to try and build maximum level of national unity, to solve bilateral issues that are still pending, to work on building good neighbourly relations, but also on the reform agenda of the country and on the EU perspective of the country. I believe this is not an issue for political divisions, but I believe this is a generational challenge that can be seized if the entire political leadership of the country unites. And I believe the citizens of the country expect this to happen.